Christmas, 1996. West Cork, Ireland. French filmmaker Sophie Toscan du Plantier arrived at her quiet holiday home, looking for peace. 3 days later, she was found brutally murdered outside her cottage. Her skull crushed with a rock, her body struck more than 50 times. The savage killing shocked Ireland and made headlines across the world. Yet even decades later, the question remains: who killed Sophie? Sophie was 39, a French film producer, a mother, and a woman with big dreams. She lived in Paris, but loved escaping to the Irish coast. Friends described her as independent, artistic, and full of life. That holiday in 1996 was meant to be a retreat. Instead, it became a nightmare. On December 23rd, locals discovered her body near her cottage. What should have been a quiet Christmas break became one of Ireland's most infamous unsolved murders. The brutality stunned investigators. Sophie had been beaten with a large stone, suffering over 50 injuries. Her body lay in the frozen grass, just meters from her front door. But despite the violence, the scene offered almost nothing for forensics. No foreign DNA, no clear fingerprints, only Sophie's own blood. Police were under pressure, the small coastal village under the world's spotlight. How could such a savage attack happen unnoticed? Neighbors spoke of hearing nothing unusual. Media frenzy followed, and with so little evidence, suspicion quickly fell on one man who seemed far too close to the case. Ian Bailey was a local journalist covering Sophie's murder. But soon, investigators noticed troubling details. He seemed to know things only the killer could know. Witnesses claimed he bragged about the crime while drinking. One woman swore she saw him near Sophie's home that morning. His alibi changed repeatedly, adding to suspicions. Bailey denied everything, insisting he was framed. Still, the evidence was never strong enough to convict him in Ireland. However, tried him in absentia in 2019, sentencing him to 25 years. Ireland refused extradition. Bailey remained a free man until his death in 2022. To this day, his name is inseparable from the case, though legally unproven. For Sophie's family, the years after were filled with pain and frustration. Her son and parents campaigned tirelessly, demanding answers. They pushed for documentaries, podcasts, and international coverage to keep her memory alive. Her cousin, Frédéric Gazot, worked directly with Netflix, ensuring Sophie's story was told with dignity. He insisted on 3 conditions: respect her presence, never show her body, and focus on her humanity, not just the suspect. For them, Sophie was more than a victim. She was a mother, a daughter, and an artist whose voice deserved to be remembered. In 2021, Netflix released Sophie, A Murder in West Cork. Unlike many true crime shows, it put Sophie at the center. The series balanced the investigation with her personal story and her family's ongoing fight for justice. Combined with earlier podcasts like West Cork and Murder at the Cottage, Sophie's case became one of the most discussed mysteries in modern true crime. But even with the spotlight, the ultimate question, who really killed Sophie, remains unanswered. In 2025, investigators returned to the evidence with new forensic tools. Using advanced touch DNA and MVAC testing, they re-examined Sophie's clothes and the stone believed to be the weapon. Experts hope these microscopic traces could finally reveal the killer's identity. For Sophie's family, it's the last chance at closure after nearly 30 years. Until then, her murder remains one of Ireland's most haunting unsolved cases. Sophie's story is about more than a crime. It's about a family's endless fight for truth and a community scarred by unanswered questions. Nearly 3 decades later, modern science may finally solve what human investigation could not. Will justice come at last? Or will Sophie's murder remain forever unsolved? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more true crime stories where every detail matters.